ranking luxury car brands from God tier to embarrassing. The ultimate ranking: Rolls-Royce, Ferrari, BMW, Maserati, Lexus. 10 luxury car brands, one brutal ranking, from God tier to absolute garbage. Welcome to the Lux Verdict. Today, I'm settling the debate once and for all: which luxury car brands are truly elite and which are just expensive disappointments. And trust me, you're going to disagree with at least 3 of these rankings, so buckle up. This is going to be controversial. F tier, embarrassing, Maserati and Jaguar. Let's start at the bottom. F tier, the embarrassing tier, the what were you thinking tier. And sitting firmly in F tier, Maserati and Jaguar. Let's talk about Maserati first. Beautiful cars, right? That Ferrari-derived engine sounds incredible, the Italian styling is gorgeous, but here's the problem. Maserati reliability is a disaster. The Maserati Quattroporte has a predicted reliability rating of 2 out of 5 from Consumer Reports. 2 out of 5. Owners report electrical failures, transmission issues, and infotainment systems that crash more often than a Windows 95 PC. And the depreciation? Brutal. Buy a new Maserati Ghibli for 80,000 euros, and in 3 years, it'll be worth 35,000. That's a 56% loss. You're better off setting your money on fire. At least that would keep you warm. Now, Jaguar, same story. Beautiful cars. The F-Type is stunning, the I-Pace is a solid electric SUV, but Jaguar's reliability is legendary for all the wrong reasons. J.D. Power ranks Jaguar near the bottom for dependability. Electrical gremlins, engine failures, and a resale value that drops faster than a stone in water. My verdict: Maserati and Jaguar are for people who love the idea of luxury but hate the reality of ownership. Beautiful cars, terrible execution. C tier, average. Reliable but boring. And in C tier, Lexus and Genesis. Now, before Lexus fans attack me, yes, Lexus makes incredibly reliable cars. They're basically Toyota with leather seats, and that's exactly the problem. Lexus is the accountant of luxury cars. Dependable, practical, soul-crushingly boring. The ES is a fantastic car if you're 65 years old, and your biggest concern is whether your grandkids will call you this week. But if you want driving excitement, emotion, passion, buy something else. Lexus has no prestige. When you pull up in a Lexus, people think, oh, that person makes responsible financial decisions. Not exactly the flex you're going for. Genesis is similar. They make excellent cars. The G80 is gorgeous. The GV80 is a fantastic SUV. And the value proposition is incredible. You get Mercedes S-Class features for 50,000 euros instead of 100,000. But here's the problem. Nobody knows what Genesis is. You pull up in a Genesis G90 and people ask, is that a Hyundai? Because it is. Genesis is Hyundai's luxury division. And no matter how good the cars are, that Hyundai badge stigma is hard to shake. My verdict: Lexus and Genesis are the smart choices. But smart isn't always exciting. They're the vanilla ice cream of luxury cars. Perfectly fine, but nobody's first choice. B tier. Good, but... And in B tier, Audi and BMW. These are fantastic cars. Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive system is legendary. Their interiors are some of the best in the business. The e-tron GT is a stunning electric sedan. But here's the problem. Audi is overproduced. They make too many cars and they all look the same. Can you tell the difference between an A4 and an A6 from 20 meters away? No, because they're identical. Audi has become the Apple of cars, sleek, minimalist, and utterly boring in its uniformity. And the depreciation is rough. Buy a new Audi A6 for 60,000 euros, and in 4 years it's worth 30,000, 50% loss. Now, BMW. I love BMW. The driving dynamics are superb, the M cars are incredible, the inline-6 engine is one of the best in the world, but BMW has an image problem. When you drive a BMW, people assume you're an asshole. Tailgating on Autobahn, not using turn signals, parking in 2 spaces, and those new kidney grills, they're massive. The new M3 and M4 look like they're gasping for air. It's controversial design and not in a good way. My verdict: Audi and BMW make excellent cars, but they've lost their way. Audi is too safe, BMW is too aggressive. Both are fantastic to drive, but neither are truly special anymore. A tier, excellent, the brands that get it right. And in A tier, Mercedes-Benz and Porsche. Let's start with Mercedes. The S-Class is the benchmark for luxury sedans. It has been for decades. Every new S-Class sets the standard that everyone else tries to copy. The interior is incredible. The MBUX infotainment system is the best in the industry. The ride quality is like floating on a cloud, and the build quality is impeccable. Mercedes also has range. They make everything from the A-Class hatchback to the G-Wagon to the AMG GT, and they're all excellent in their respective segments. The EQS is the best electric luxury sedan on the market, better than the Tesla Model S, better than the Lucid Air. It's proof that traditional automakers can do EVs right. My verdict on Mercedes, they're the complete package: luxury, performance, technology, and heritage. A tier, no question. Now Porsche, the 911, the most iconic sports car in the world. The design has barely changed in 60 years, and it doesn't need to. It's perfect. Porsche's engineering is unmatched. The Taycan is the best electric sports sedan, the Cayenne proved that SUVs can be fun to drive, and the 911 still the benchmark. But here's why Porsche isn't S tier. The options list. Want heated seats? That's an option. Want a decent sound system? Option. Want your car to come in a color other than gray? Option. A base 911 Carrera costs 110,000 euros, but by the time you add the options you actually want, you're at 150,000. My verdict, Mercedes and Porsche are excellent. They're the brands you buy when you want the best, but they're not perfect, hence A tier. S tier, God tier, Rolls-Royce and Ferrari. And in S tier, Rolls-Royce and Ferrari. Let's start with Rolls-Royce. This isn't a car brand. This is a lifestyle. When you buy a Rolls-Royce Phantom, you're not buying transportation. You're buying a statement. You're buying a piece of art. You're buying the pinnacle of automotive luxury. Every Rolls-Royce is hand-built in Goodwood, England. The paint is applied in 12 layers and hand-polished for weeks. The leather is sourced from bulls raised in farms with no barbed wire because barbed wire causes scars, and scarred leather isn't good enough for Rolls-Royce. The Starlight headliner has 1,600 hand-placed fiber optic lights that recreate the night sky. You can even request a specific constellation from a specific date, like the night you got married. This is craftsmanship at a level that doesn't exist anywhere else. My verdict on Rolls-Royce, this is what luxury is supposed to be. Not flashy, not loud, just perfect. S tier, no debate. Now, Ferrari, the prancing horse, the most iconic brand in automotive history. Ferrari doesn't make cars, they make dreams. Every Ferrari is a work of art. The design, the engineering, the sound, it's all perfect. The SF90 is a plug-in hybrid with 1,000 horsepower. The 296 GTB has a V6 that sounds like a Formula One car. But here's what makes Ferrari S tier: exclusivity. You can't just buy a Ferrari. Ferrari chooses you. Want a new Ferrari? You need to own at least 2 used Ferraris first. You need to be invited to Ferrari events. You need to prove you're worthy. And if you modify your Ferrari without permission, they'll sue you. Ask deadmau5. This is a brand that doesn't care about sales numbers. They care about legacy, about heritage, about being Ferrari. My verdict, Rolls-Royce and Ferrari aren't cars. They're legends on wheels. S tier, God tier, untouchable. Summary and controversy. So there you have it, the definitive luxury car brand tier list. S tier, Rolls-Royce and Ferrari, A tier, Mercedes-Benz and Porsche, B tier, Audi and BMW, C tier, Lexus and Genesis, F tier, Maserati and Jaguar. Now I know you disagree. I know you think BMW should be A tier. I know you think Lexus deserves better. I know you're furious that I put Maserati in F tier. Good, that means you're paying attention. Tell me in the comments, what did I get wrong? Where would you rank these brands? And which brand did I forget? Because here's the truth, car rankings are subjective, but bad cars, those are objective, and Maserati is objectively bad. If you enjoyed this tier list, subscribe to the Lux Verdict for more brutally honest rankings. Next week, we're comparing Rolex and Grand Seiko. Which is actually the better watch? The answer will shock you. I'm the Lux Verdict, and remember, buy the car, not the badge.